Hey, it's Bradley J, and welcome to another Alpha Media StreamYard. And today I'm going to be talking to Kevin and Jenny from Servicemaster Restore, and they have been doing something very cool. As I read up on this and learned a little bit more about it, I was like, how neat is it to have a business and people to do something like this? And I want to bring Kevin on the screen. Kevin's with me on the screen. Kevin, how are you today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking.
Yes, Servicemaster Restore. You guys on Saturday, October 22nd, are going to do something with Nanny Soul Food. First of all, what is the event about, and how did you get the idea to do something like this?
Well, Bradley, the event is just kind of about us supporting local, helping restore other businesses in the market. It kind of came about, obviously, COVID had a lot to do with this, but and a lot of the businesses were struggling, the restaurants were struggling. But we set aside a certain percentage of our revenue every year to support local foundations and just events and sponsorships for people and that are local, clubs that are local, so on and so forth. And honestly, we had a management meeting. We just kind of sat down together, and I have a lot of smart people work for us. So one mind opened up an avenue for another one, and then I'm like, hey, why don't we just do something like this? And everybody in the management meeting loved it. So we ran with it, and it's been a huge success so far for the people we're trying to support.
So you had said like you guys had set aside money. So is this something that you had to help out the community and businesses? Was that something you had done before the pandemic?
Yes, it is something that we've done kind of ever since we purchased the business. We've owned the business for about 13 years. And when we bought it, the former owner was a great guy, but it seemed as if all the money that he was funneling into nonprofits and just organizations that really needed the help were all overseas. And not saying that they don't need that money, but there's just a lot more people here locally that you can help. That seems to matter a lot more to us because this is where we live. This is where we work. It just makes a lot more sense.
It's such a great idea that you've done this. Now, you are partnering up with Nanny Soul Food, located at 822 Northwest Kansas Avenue in Noto. Tell us what you're doing with them to help out their business and the local community.
Jenny, you want to take over?
Oh,
yeah.
There you go, Jenny.
Yeah, this Saturday we will. Nanny has picked out 3 different dishes. I believe it's gumbo, shrimp. Sorry,
It's like
linguine.
it's Cajun linguine. I got that right. Okay. Seafood gumbo and chicken meal.
Right. Yes. So you got your choice between any 3 of those. You can come out anytime between 12:45 and 7 p.m. when they're open. It will be a limit of 2 per person. And we will pay for the first 100 meals. Wow. So first come, first serve for as long as it lasts, while supplies last. So you need to stop by early and grab that. I know she'll have some other dishes that she'll be serving that day that you can pay for. But what we've agreed to are the 3 meals that she came up with, that we are happy to cover the cost of those up to 100 meals.
So when you first heard about this and, like Service Restore helping out the community and local businesses, what was your thought on that? And, and then it just kind of grew from there, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I was very excited when we were in this meeting and Kevin brought this up and what he said he was willing to spend. And I thought, that's amazing. When can I get started? And let's start making a list of businesses who could use our help, because coming right out of the pandemic like that, everybody was struggling. Everybody was. So we started with 2 local companies here in town. We've done a couple in Lawrence. And then when I saw a news article for nannies who was needing some help, I thought, well, that's definitely going to be where we go next. So I contacted her and we were able to work it out to do that for this Saturday.
So when you walked into Nanny Soul Food and talked to the owner, how did she feel? And was she just like, oh my goodness, thank you so much?
Yes, 100%. She has been so grateful so grateful for this whole opportunity because they've really struggled just getting started, being so new, getting through the pandemic, and now trying to build from there. That just every time I talk to her, she is so grateful, and she's just the sweetest lady that once you meet her, you're going to love her. You're going to love her food. You're going to want to go back over and over because she does different food every day. So you'll want to go back and try everything each day, and you'll be happy to support someone local like her.
We're talking to Jenny and Kevin from Servicemaster Restore. They got a event or an idea that they came up with, and it's going down Saturday, October 22nd. They're paying for the first 100 meals served at Nanny Soul Food, located 822 North Kansas Avenue in Noto. First come, first serve. And, Kevin, I want to ask you, like, with a business, I mean, you start a business and you only think you're going to start a business basically one time and just go with that. With the pandemic coming in and hitting and people having to start over, what's that like? I mean, you own a business. What would that be like to have to start over again and hopefully, make the business where you had it at before the pandemic?
Bradley, as a business owner, I've been a business owner all my life. So it can be a struggling effort just to open a business on your own without the pandemic involved. So just to multiply those odds of this business succeeding and performing well in a community that, we don't know if it's accepting or not, is a real struggle in itself. And, I was fortunate enough. I used to own a drywall business. I started that on my own, but I was fortunate enough to purchase this business, and it was an ongoing business. And I can tell you, just based upon that concept, having done both before, it is a lot easier to move a business that's been rolling down the road than it is to start one anew, and just to invite fresh faces into your business to be able to have them try to support your efforts. So,
and I would think, like, having a business, when you see Servicemaster Restore walk through your door, I mean, you guys walk through the door, you're like, hey, as the owner here, and I would think as a business owner, I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Like, what am I gonna have to deal with now? And then when you tell them what you're going to do, I mean, just the joy in their face has to be like, it has to be such a great thing, isn't it, Jenny?
It is. It's amazing. They are always so grateful. They're so excited. When I reached out to one of my businesses in Lawrence, I just messaged her on Facebook, and she was like, what? And she reached out to some of the other local restaurants, like, has anyone else gotten this? Is this for real? So I called her, and she said, oh, thank you for calling me, because I thought this was just one of those scams. I said, no, this is real. This is really me, and I'm happy to come in and chat with you about it so you feel a little more comfortable and understand what's going on. And she did phenomenal. They sold out by like 2:00 that day. So it went really well. And
well,
yes,
I see that I have
so grateful.
I see we have the more information, your email address down there, but is that how somebody can get a hold of you if they want more information about what you're doing?
Yeah, that's the best way to reach me. I'm happy to get back with anybody, but it's real simple. Just be at Nanny's this Saturday, anytime between 12:45 and 7 p.m. You had mentioned the meals. We also have it on Facebook, so you can go to our Servicemaster Facebook page, or Nanny's, or Topeka Foodies. We've got it all over, and you can see what there is to offer. It is only 2 per person, so you can choose 2 meals per person, up to 100 meals. Once they reach 100, then we cut it off and write them a check and move on.
That is amazing what you're doing. Servicemaster, helping restore local restaurants in the community. They're doing it by paying the tab once per quarter for 100 meals to help boost their sales. This started after the pandemic in 2020 and has helped several local restaurants kickstart their way back to business. And it has to make a business too, make them feel like the community wants us to be here. We want to be here. We've gotten this help, and Servicemaster Restore doing their part to get those local small businesses back and hopefully back to where they were running before. So, Jenny, Kevin, is there anything that you'd like to add before we wrap things up?
I think that's everything. We just hope to see you Saturday.
Yeah.
There you go. Saturday, October 22nd, at Nanny Soul Food, 822 North Kansas Avenue in Noto. The first 100 meals are going to be on Servicemaster Restore, so you got to get there early. And Cajun linguine, seafood gumbo, or a chicken meal. So there you go. Jenny and Kevin, thank you so much for what you do for this community and the surrounding area, and thank you for being a part of this StreamYard. Appreciate it.
Very
Thank
well.
you for